Okie doke.
Yes.
You're now listening to the 360 Real Talk Podcast, your source for entrepreneurship, entertainment, and lifestyle. With your hosts, 360, Alex and JD. Monday nights from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. on FXBG Radio, Facebook, and YouTube Live. Subscribe to the 360 Real Talk Podcast on Apple and Google.
Hey,
Hey, it's Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Oh, gosh, who is it?
What is going on?
It's not me. Who is it? Someone's voice.
Oh, I know who it is.
Who is it?
What's going on?
Is it
Oh,
you?
it's over here. Shoot. All right. There we go.
In case you missed the intro,
You get to
Right.
hear
there
it
it is
There
again.
it is again.
Thank you guys for joining us. Happy
Yeah,
Monday.
Happy Monday, guys.
Yeah. We made it. We're a little late, but that's okay.
Everybody join the watch party.
What is on time anymore?
And
Late
share.
is better than never, right?
Everybody join the watch party and share.
Hi,
So,
Olivia. Hi.
I did a thing today, guys.
Oh, what'd you do today?
I bought my teenager a car. I
Oh,
don't
God,
know how
I don't
feel
want to
about
hear
it.
about it.
So,
I bought my teenager a car that hurts.
Yeah, and
It
all,
hurts deep in my
and it's the
soul.
same car I got. So it's Scion Crew.
That's
Yes.
actually pretty great.
Box
Pretty
cars.
cool. It worked out. Got a good deal over at 540 Auto.
Whoa.
They got a really crazy sale going on. They're coming on as one of our sponsors, by the way. So we'll have
Yeah.
that together in the next
540
week.
Auto.
They're over on Route 1 by what? Drew Middle School?
Yeah, they're like right across the street from
Yeah,
Drew.
yeah. And they got a special sale going on this week. You can spin the wheel and win a prize. I won a TV.
Wow.
And
who's
if somebody
spinning
wins
the
a
wheel?
TV and they don't want it,
Yeah.
call me. I got a
I
2-year-old that
walked
needs one.
away with a nice deal on a car and a TV. So, shout out to go see my man Bucky over there. He'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Got a good deal, and they approve everybody. So no matter what your credit situation is, they work with banks
Oh, that's great.
that work with repos and bankrupt and
Hi,
all that
guys.
stuff.
Everyone who's on my
So-
watch party, thanks for joining.
Yeah,
Thanks for
everyone's
joining
on mine too.
All the watch
Yeah.
parties.
Thank you, guys.
You guys
Share
hit
us
the share
too
button.
if you don't mind. That would be wonderful.
All right, so
Man, I got everybody going on this watch party.
Let's
We need
get
to get them
all
all
the-
to one
What?
party.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's wait on our EK over here to get back.
This poor man.
He had to pee.
So everybody in my watch party, how y'all doing?
We're getting a
Yeah,
late
hey,
start.
guys.
Everybody check in, chime in on the comment section. Tell us about your
Yeah,
Monday
How's your day going?
while we're waiting. Oh,
Any
there he
crazy things
All right, everybody
happen?
make a round of
Oh,
applause
he's
for
back.
is. He's back. He's back. He had been doing the PP dance, and he's back.
Thank you, Olivia.
Right. Thanks for everybody that's sharing. Don't forget, you can come back and watch this later, or you can jump on iTunes and subscribe. That would be awesome.
But we prefer for you to watch it now.
We prefer you watch it now, but if you can't stick it out with us, we know everybody's
We
It's
understand.
late. You can come back and watch it.
Yes.
Sharing is caring. So
Sharing is
share with a
definitely
friend.
caring. All right, so let's get into it.
Who's first?
All right, so we got some
Mark.
topics. For you guys that have never listened before, we like to talk about entrepreneur stuff, lifestyle, entertainment,
Weird stuff.
weird
Weird
stuff.
stuff.
We got some WTF news.
Conspiracy
Yes.
theories.
We got our conspiracies going. There's also another conspiracy show. Forgive me, Eric. What was that conspiracy?
Center of Infinity.
Center of
Okay.
Infinity. Check them out on FXBG Public Radio. They got a show where they talk nothing but conspiracies. I might have to try to make an appearance on that one.
I heard of another
You definitely
conspiracy
should.
too.
and join in on
A
that.
new one?
Yeah.
Let's
What?
wait. Let's wait. till the
Okay, yeah,
end.
we gotta wait. We gotta
No,
wait.
no, this is a real topic, real quick. It was about that one time when a certain somebody in this room said something about cheesecake.
Oh.
And then they never bought
Bump, bump, bump.
Oh, I thought about it earlier too, and I was like,
Um,
well, I didn't make cheesecake. I wonder what we're talking about.
Right.
I
All right,
don't
so let's get in this thing. Oh, man.
Rude.
All right, so little lifestyle
I'll
topic.
forgive you this time.
Little lifestyle topic
Thank you.
for the
I
parents.
appreciate that.
Hey, guys.
I'm sorry.
Hey.
Sorry,
Hey.
cheesecake got my mind distracted.
Yeah. So a little topic here, some lifestyle stuff. Google your kid's name is the title of the article, and it talks about, we're in a millennial age where our kids are really involved in the internet and social media, and there's apps we don't even know about that they're on. Like, I didn't even know about Kick for the longest time, and that was like
Do people still do Kick?
I think
That was a
teenagers
while
do.
ago.
I think
Oh,
teenagers still
wow.
do it because it's kind of like an underground platform for them because they know we're not on there.
Right.
And I know I had an issue with my daughter where she was blocking me on Snapchat for a little bit. And I was like, do you want a
Oh.
phone and have Snapchat? Because I will
Got
be.
'em.
Yeah, no. So, and then I found out a little secret. All kids have a spam account, is what they call it. And that's where they post all their ratchet stuff. So, I'm not throwing no kids under the bus or nothing, but guarantee you teenagers got a spam account where they post
Yeah.
everything they don't want anybody to see.
Have you heard about the YouTube stuff
I do
Oh
not-
going
yeah,
on?
I haven't heard
with the
about
YouTube Kids.
There's a
Is it for like the kids videos?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where it was
Interesting.
like
Mhm.
the illustration of like how to commit suicide, essentially,
Oh,
in
wow.
mid video,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's like
crazy.
an actual animated video. So
I
yeah,
haven't seen one firsthand. but-
I'd say
So
check them.
let's post this article in the thing,
Yeah,
but basically the article is just saying, Google your kids and see what's out there. I'm gonna
Yes.
Google my kid real quick. Let me see.
I
what we got.
did.
Oh, did your kid come up?
no,
Okay, well that's
they're
good.
they're all pretty
Mine,
pretty young. So
Facebook comes right on up. Because we're Google Contacts, she pops
okay,
up
that's
over
why
the
you have
side.
the picture. Okay.
So let me see if her public profile for Facebook pops up.
Mm-hmm.
You got your Spokio. That's a skip trace site that I used to use when I was collecting debts.
Oh
So
wow.
FYI, if you owe the government money, they're setting in offices looking for you.
Really?
Yep, she
Look at
pops
that.
up.
Well, that's good to know.
She pops right up.
I have no idea what's happening back there.
Look in the app.
She pops right up on Facebook. Her
Oh.
Facebook is #1, organic.
Mm.
See if she pops up in the image section. She's not on the image section, so that's
Oh,
a good
you
thing.
found it.
Yeah.
Was it Peppa Pig? I thought
There's
it was
a bunch of
Paw
them.
Patrol.
There's a bunch of them.
Okay, so that's some
Wow.
whole other stuff. I don't know what y'all are talking about right now.
the bad videos on
Yeah,
YouTube.
we're
Okay.
still talking about the kid thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, moral of the story here is
Protect your
Google your
kids.
kids, protect your kids online. Go ahead and, be nosy and see what they got going on in the background of their phone.
It's okay to be a nosy parent.
It's okay.
I think so.
Not like OD nosy.
Nah,
Like you don't have to
Enough
like
to care.
exactly.
You
Not
gotta
enough to
care.
be controlling.
keep a watch. I have a friend that was talking the other day when we were hanging out. She was like, "Oh no, I got the parent app. Every single thing."
Olivia said her 11-year-old had Snapchat.
Yep. You see.
Interesting.
I had a friend that said she's got her kid's phone on lockdown where she gets all the text messages and everything. And
Yeah, that's too much.
I was like, that's too much because I
Yeah.
don't have time to sit around and monitor like that. As a parent, we all got that gut feeling. We can tell when something's not right.
wrong,
You
exactly.
can tell. I won't go into detail, but I knew something was wrong, and I grabbed her phone, and I was right.
I just want to let y'all know that y'all are scaring the hell out of me the older my kid gets because I'm like,
Oh yeah, you got a
You-
boy. It's even worse.
You
with
have
kid,
to
with boys.
start them young, man, with like trusting you, and also scare the shit out of them
Yeah.
about the internet.
Yeah.
Like I tell them all
mine's
the time
only
about the
2.
bad people out there who
Oh.
know how
Well,
to
dude, there's
use
like
the internet
four.
to find
Yeah,
you
there's
and
4-year-olds.
what happens when they take you.
There's 4-year-olds running around
Mhm.
like they can do more on an iPad than I can.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
my
imagine,
son's already getting there.
So imagine what
He's
that
pretty smart.
translates to when he's 10.
You gotta be honest with them about the repercussions
mean?
about the bad people. That's
Moral
the
of the
best way to
story:
do it.
don't have kids.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I grew up on
Save
a
the planet.
look. So I grew up on an age of internet. You know what I mean? I met my baby's mother on Yahoo. You know what I mean?
Really?
In a
Yahoo.
on a
How old are you?
I'm old enough to remember Yahoo chat rooms.
Okay.
I remember AOL chat rooms.
Yeah.
Oi.
See, so I
I
mean,
remember AIM.
I knew my daughter was going to grow
Yes.
up at AIM. I knew my daughter was going to grow up to be a computer nerd just like me. So I already knew
Sure.
what I was getting into. And I let her know from early on, like, yo, dude, you can get kidnapped real easy.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's
Someone's
watch
gonna
a little
find you and
Unsolved
take you.
Mysteries.
yeah, I'm like, don't play games.
You ever watch First 48? That
Yeah.
could be you.
America's
Yeah.
Most Wanted.
Yeah, exactly. So, you
Scare
know,
them. Scare the pants off of them.
yeah, just, stay on top of your kids' internet activity, man. We all know this. And there's all those if you really
To
want
catch a predator.
yeah, I was gonna say if you really want to
Oh, I
scare
wish they'd
yourself,
bring that back.
watch
Yeah.
that. It's still out there.
There's the internet.
You can watch the reruns.
Yeah.
And I see
That's
articles.
Crazy.
I see articles popping up all the time of these little busts that the cops catch all these little perverts in.
I
Have you seen the
know.
one where there's like this group of guys that have a little sister, and they pretty much
They
do
bait
to,
her.
Yeah.
they do to catch predator, but YouTube
Yeah.
way.
They had have the little girl at the playground. I don't think that
Yeah.
she's little. I
Oh
think that
yeah,
she's
Yeah,
That
she
she
was-
looks young, but
that's
she's
not
actually
really-
an older teenager.
That's not really for the predator. That's more of watch how easy it is for your kid to get kidnapped. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
but they
Right.
like when the dude shows up. they're
Oh,
like,
they go.
What the hell? And
They
would
go
they just start
ham.
beating
Yeah.
the piss out of them.
All right, so let's
Yeah.
move on. Another topic, talking money. I like talking about money. Here's a little tip: how to save some money. Save more money by reducing your housing and transportation costs.
All right. Tell me about it. Reduce
Um,
my housing and transportation costs.
So
Why don't ya?
I
Let's
gotta
do
read
it.
this real quick.
Simply tell your landlord you're not going to pay
Right.
that much money.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, if only life worked that easy.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hide your car in a parking spot
Basically-
where the tow company won't find it.
Basically, I'm going through this. It mentions, don't live in a huge house for no reason.
Yeah, I agree with that. That bothers me.
And a lot of people do that. They live outside their means, for whatever reason. I've always wanted a big house, and I got a 5-bedroom, and only got me
Why?
and my dog.
Why?
For what? For
I guess I
what?
gave myself low expectations because since I was like 16, I'm like, I just need a double wide in the middle of
Nice.
nowhere. That's all I need. And a garage.
So, I'm going through it right now. I've got a 4-bedroom, and when my daughter goes to college next year, I'm just like, do I really need a 4-bedroom?
Turning it
Oh,
into
so
a
you're
frat house.
renting.
Yeah, I rent.
So that makes it a lot easier
to get out.
to
yeah.
get out and get something
But
smaller.
I got such a good deal on my rent that downsizing costs more than what I'm paying now almost.
Oh wow.
So it's
What is-
like
what is your rent like right now for a
I'm
4-bedroom?
like at $1,200 for a 4-bedroom.
Okay, yeah.
So if I
and in
downsize,
Stafford, that's
yeah,
not
Yeah.
bad at
and
all.
I got an acre. I'm in the country.
You know what you ought to do?
What?
Roommates.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
So, Mark, when's this roommate thing starting?
Right. I mean, I would rent to you. Jay.
I always knew you were a good friend.
Aw.
Right. I mean,
You
I've always
guys.
told you that, but I just never have room for you. When my kid moves out, I can split the house up.
A
I'll stay in the
4-bedroom
basement.
house with 2 people in it, and there ain't enough room.
And there ain't enough room.
Well, see, here's
Come
what.
on, man, that's basic math. Only
yeah,
half
but
the house is
Listen,
taken up.
here's how it
Uh,
goes. My daughter's got a makeup room.
oh God.
Oh my
She
lord!
needs that because the room she's in is super tiny, and she needs.
I'm over this
her
negativity.
space. Yeah, right. She's got a dog. The dog needs space.
Oh
Dude,
God.
the dog is the size of a teacup.
You're right.
Really?
So
Oh,
then
gosh.
downstairs, I had a roommate for the longest time, and finally, when he moved out this last time, I was like, "Well, should I rent it out again, or no? I need a playroom. I need a playroom."
You need
So
a
now I
playroom?
have a man cave.
Aw.
For once in my life, I have a
Aw.
man cave.
So you don't want to move out.
But
You got
My
the man
room
cave
is-
going.
my room is big enough to put the man cave in my room. So yeah, I don't know.
Nice.
Anyway, so save money by downsizing your
yeah,
house.
don't get too big of a house.
It talks about, for instance, somebody lived in a 1-bedroom even though she could afford a 4-bedroom. You know what I
There
mean?
you go. Save that money.
So
It is hard here though, because you're right. A lot of the small spaces are just expensive.
Yeah.
Oh
for
yeah,
no reason.
that's why a lot of people are doing that tiny living.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like I work at a plumbing supply house, and there's a plumber that's all he does now is just builds tiny houses.
oh, excellent.
I believe it.
Good for him.
So then it talks about, we live in almost the metro area. This
Kind
is
of.
more.
Yeah.
This applies more for people in Richmond and Northern Virginia, not necessarily in Fredericksburg where we're at. But there is public transportation here.
Yep.
If you live downtown, you could probably get away with the Fred bus.
Yeah,
But definitely in the city, you got the metro, you got all these different
sure.
revenue. You know what I mean? You got all these different ways. So get rid of your car payment and just metro around.
Yeah, that would be
You know what I
nice
mean?
if we could
It's
do better
super
about
cheap.
that here, but
Because by the time you add it up, car payment, gas, and all that.
oh, it's bad.
Yeah, it's a
Car
lot.
insurance.
Yeah. So And then it says, take all this money that you're saving when you make
And
these changes
invest.
and invest it
I
and
didn't
hide
even have
it
to
away.
look.
Yep. So that's really cool. You know,
I like
that's
it.
that's kind of what I'm doing. Like right now, I was sitting there paying that money out for Uber, right, for my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, you know what? That's preparing me for the insurance hike because I'm not going to say
Sure.
that same money I was paying is just going to go to insurance now.
Right.
So it's kind of like it evened out. Except for
Yeah.
now, I don't got to stop what I'm doing to go get her and run her places, and I don't have to worry. You know, she can drive. So
Oh, that's so nice.
you know, it is. So we got JD over here. He's got a good entertainment topic for us.
Yeah.
Going back to child predators.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
So a Michael Jackson movie is getting made. Apparently, it was released at Sundance and sometime last year.
Oh man.
Oh,
I've been waiting
wow.
on this one.
And it's called Leaving Neverland.
Oh Jesus.
And apparently, what it is there was a child actor. I can't remember his name because I'm really bad at reading and finding his
Dude
name.
from Home Alone.
No.
Was
the
it
dude
Macaulay?
No,
Oh,
No, it wasn't
No, he
Macaulay
was some
Culkin?
dancer, and he worked
Oh.
with like Britney Spears and all this stuff. Well, anyways, apparently he had like a relationship with the kid until he got too old.
Was it Britney Spears' baby
Wade
daddy?
Robson and James
Yes.
Safechuck.
Yeah.
Huh,
So they
interesting.
were the ones who were part of this Neverland ordeal,
Sure.
and
Sounds
so
like
now
it.
they've made a documentary about it.
Sounds
and-
like a conspiracy.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It kind of, I don't know. I was not
I've always
really
been kind
aware
of been torn of the Michael Jackson
Well,
thing.
Yeah.
so now the family is pretty much like losing their mind. They're mad and they don't want it to be shown on TV, but it's a 4-hour movie and it's going to be shown in 2 parts.
Wow.
So they're pulling a R. Kelly on
On
Michael
HBO.
Jackson.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Tell me this timeline. Was Michael Jackson accused of these things while he was still alive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All
He's
right.
been
I was
accused
unaware
of kid stuff for a long time.
that. Really?
So this is
Um,
what I'm going to do so everybody can form their own opinion. I'm going to go ahead and post it in the comments and y'all can read it. Tell me what you think. There's the trailer to the movie is actually
Yeah.
there too.
Really, I'm about to double back and watch that later.
So it's in there if y'all want to watch it. Form your own opinion, watch the trailer. But the whole moral of the thing is that 2 people who accused,
Yeah. They
Um,
finally made their documentary.
yeah, they didn't say it when he was alive.
Well, I
They
feel
said-
like I feel like that's the new thing too. I mean, people are withholding information, whether it's real or not. We can't really.
Well, that's what makes
determine.
it hard. Is
It's
if
hard
you
to,
don't-
especially if the dude ain't alive. I mean, how can he can't defend himself?
Well, that's usually when people do it.
Yeah, you know, and even
Truthfully.
with this R. Kelly thing, like when I watched the documentary, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be transparent and say that I believe it, just because based off of the Leah thing
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
we knew already
Yeah.
that there was something going on with that.
Exactly.
But then again, today with Bill Cosby, I seen this big article pop up from like NBC. Their news channel posted an article saying it was all set up because it was one of the news stations, and what it ended up saying was the gist of it was they set Bill Cosby up because he was going to buy into NBC.
Oh, I saw that
And
headline.
they didn't want him to
Yeah,
be
I didn't read
involved.
that.
So I didn't read it. I just read the headline.
So
Yeah.
NBC released their own article bashing Bill Cosby
I'm not sure
because he wanted to buy it. That doesn't make any
he
sense.
wanted
That
to
seems
buy
like a really-
NBC.
that seems like a
So-
really, really bad publicity stunt.
Yeah, I don't know.
That somebody at NBC really screwed up.
That's a little
Yeah.
strange.
I
It
mean,
is
the
a little
media, man.
strange.
We'll talk about some Illuminati stuff a little bit later, but the media
Oh yeah, that's
is
right.
a crazy world.
They're all tied up together.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
media is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So on that note, before we jump into local entertainment, we got a sponsor. One of my friends that I've been networking with decided to sponsor us, and we got a cool
Yeah.
little jingle for her.
Oh, it's great.
And you
We
guys,
could have one for you too.
yeah, we could put you in here. Go ahead and check
Yeah.
out Victoria V. She's a local massage therapist, and go ahead and roll the promo.
Victoria V Massage and Wellness. Have you pampered yourself lately? You deserve it. Get your $65 a month massage membership. For more information, call 813-368-0407.
So yeah, Victoria V,
Okay.
local massage and wellness therapist. She will come to you, or you can go to her.
Eric, can I just
Yeah.
get some music like that playing while I read off the local entertainment?
Not at this short notice.
So let's go ahead and
We'll start it next week then.
let's see if we can throw her website in the comments too for you guys. She's
Yeah,
offering like a
for
month.
sure.
She's doing a Netflix and massage is what she's
What?
basically doing.
Netflix.
You can
and
get a
massage?
membership.
I just want to let y'all know my birthday's in like 2 weeks from today.
You can get a membership for massages is what she's really trying to do, and I love it. It's awesome. Pay a monthly fee and get your massage.
And that's clever because I don't think anybody else is doing
Nah, that is clever. So get on that subscription massage service with old Victoria V.
it. So, to the entertainment of things happening this weekend, this is not happening this weekend at all. But
Okay.
the tickets go on sale on Friday. Tesla, which was a big band back in the 80s. Like,
Yeah, I remember.
My dad likes them.
I
a
thought I'd
lot.
heard of them.
I
They just
remember.
announced that at Celebrate After Hours.
Okay, very
Okay,
cool.
okay.
Love song.
Do they?
Which one is
I
it?
don't even know what they
It's
sing.
called Love Song.
Oh, okay.
It's
yeah,
called
okay,
Love
I
Song.
know where we're at now.
Okay.
So, but anyways, those tickets go on sale Friday. So if you really, really want to go see them June 8th, they go on sale Friday at 10 a.m.
What else have they rolled out from Celebrate Live? Anything else?
They, I think it's the band Perry. Is the other one they rolled
Okay.
out in July.
Okay, that's a good one.
Alright.
That's a
But I
good
think this is the last year because they're building that big baseball stadium.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna be curious to see what direction they go because they got the Richmond location, so I feel like they're trying
Yeah.
to get away from Fredericksburg.
I think more stuff is going to start popping up at other venues.
Yeah, luckily we're involved in some of those, so you know.
I need to find out if it's true. A friend of mine sent me a screenshot of Breaking Benjamin, Chevelle, and
Nice.
In Fredericksburg?
no,
Never
but
that.
they've announced a tour, and gosh, I don't remember who the other one was, but it's
Nice.
But isn't Breaking Benjamin on tour with 3 Days Grace?
that was the other one.
Yeah. There you
3
go,
Days
there you
Grace, a Breaking Benjamin, and Chevelle. Yes.
And it's going to come somewhere in Fredericksburg?
No.
Okay, now I
Northern
have to look it
Virginia.
up. Oh,
Northern
jeez.
Virginia. Come on now. So,
No, I want to know.
well,
'cause
let's
I'm
look
going.
it up. All right, we'll keep it
All
going.
right,
while she
you look
looks
it up, and I'll look at this.
Okay.
So Friday night, I'm actually really excited for this show. Adam Calhoun and Demon Jones, which is like the
I have
country
no
rap
clue.
thing.
Yeah.
No idea. Oh, more
Yeah,
what's it
country
called?
rap. Hip hop.
Yeah, the hip hop. Yeah.
Hip hop.
I'm just still learning about that.
Hip-hop.
Anyway, so that's happening Friday night at Hard Times at 4 Mile Fork. And
Okay.
actually, a good friend of ours, Tony B, he's going to be opening up the show,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
DJing.
Very nice.
Mr. Tony B, which is also just did the beautiful voiceover that you guys heard. So
Yeah.
you can get one of those too for your sponsorship if you sponsor our
Send
podcast.
us a message. Let's talk about it.
And you know, we're not looking for a lot of money. We're just looking to put out some cool content, and cool sponsors can help us with that. You know, we're reaching some good numbers out here, man.
We
We're
are.
hitting. Last week was one of our best weeks. We hit 1,600 people locally.
Thank you guys.
So thanks for that for everybody that shares and tunes in and keep sharing and keep getting it out there. We're going to be rolling out the website in the next week or two with the directory of local businesses, local entertainment people. You know, we're working on some cool stuff, man. It's all coming together finally. It's still moving slower than we want, but you know,
Isn't that how it always works?
that's how it works. We're not in this for the money. We're in this, you know, for the fun of it more than anything. So we appreciate all you guys' support. On that note, let's roll Victoria V's ad again for everybody.
My favorite music.
Check her out.
That's good.
Victoria V Massage and Wellness. Have you pampered yourself lately? You deserve it. Get your $65 a month massage membership. For more information, call 813-368-0407.
Check it out. Can we put her website in the comments?
I'm trying. I was looking for the link actually,
Okay.
but I found
It's
it.
on the screen.
I know. I see
There
it
you
now.
go. There you go. So we're going to throw that out there
I
for
need-
you.
I need my eyes
If
checked.
any of you guys end up getting that Netflix massage membership, tell them 360 Real Talk sent you, and you know she might throw something cool in there for you. So yeah, we're gonna throw that in there for you real quick. Don't mind me. I'm still inviting everybody to the watch party. You guys can share and invite all your friends too. All right, so
Oh gosh, I think I got that right.
there we go. There we go. All
I
right.
did get it right. Look at me with my spelling.
Woohoo! All right, so let's jump into Alex's WTF news of the week over here.
Oh my goodness.
Got some
Okay.
good stuff.
Yeah. So I totally pulled a mark and didn't read either of these. At least not all the way through that I could
I'm
just
the
like
only
talk
one
about
who
them.
half-assed read my article this week.
Nice.
Well, I half read it. I did half read them. Okay, so this picture you're about to see is a whole bunch of people painted blue with white hats. They look like Smurfs because they're dressed like Smurfs. A German town had a Smurf invasion as they were breaking a world record. The largest group of people dressed as Smurfs. I didn't know this was something that you could break a record as, but they did it. The group posted on Facebook that they had 2,762 Smurfs show up
Wow.
in their little town in Germany. The Record Institute for Germany verified that number on its website, and they've even provided a certificate for all of the participants. So if you've ever wanted to break a record, this might be the one to do. Only 2,700. Yeah, if we can get 2,700 people to dress like Smurfs,
I'm down.
Right? I mean, really, we only need like 2,600.
Only.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, that's really not a lot.
So if the only couple of y'all that are in here still watching with us asleep, you could just share it to a couple of your friends.
Yeah, just let them know we're trying to break a Smurf record. No
Yeah.
big
That's all we're
deal.
trying to do.
I mean, no big deal. The previous record before Germany had it was in the UK. They had 2,500 people. So yeah, we really. Yeah, I think we.
No, we
do
should
this,
do
guys.
something really cool,
I think
man.
we could
should
do
do
this.
something really cool. Like, we need to come up with something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going back through the comments from what we were talking about. Everybody's talking about the AOL chat rooms
Oh
were
gosh.
lit.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh man,
I
that
missed
stuff. It was. I
What
think
was
it's
the
in.
one that had the avatars, like where you could make the cartoon versions of yourself, and they were in
I know
the
what you're
rooms?
talking about.
Oh yeah.
I played that. I definitely did that.
It was like a chat thing
Yep.
that you could download,
Mhm.
and then you could make you made these avatars.
little
and
Does
graphic
anyone
people.
remember on the chat rooms the ASL? That's how every
Yeah,
conversation
age, sex,
Yeah.
started.
location. That
Yeah.
was definitely the way. Somebody put that in the comments. That's,
Oh, that's
definitely the way it
funny.
goes.
There was a ton of those. Like ASL was definitely one of them,
That
but we
was
had
the
like
favorite.
so many acronyms.
Oh yeah.
That was great.
So what else we got? GPS chicken.
Okay,
What's this about?
GPS chicken. So you know how people are like really crazy about the food that they eat, and
Yeah.
I get it. You know, you don't want to have chicken that has antibiotics and steroids. Absolutely. I'd really like to know that, you know, the chickens that I eat were just chickening around, doing their chicken thing, preparing to be someone's dinner one day. My mom has chickens. My friends have chickens. My best friend has chickens. So I totally understand when people get all upset about, oh, I can't believe you're going to eat a chicken. But meanwhile, I'm like, I'm going to eat those chickens. I'm not going to kill those chickens, but I'm going to eat those chickens.
Nice.
See
So-
you, JD. I see you over there.
He's like, I'm going to eat the chickens too.
Chickening around would be a great
Chickening
band name. I agree.
Yes.
So
J.D. Roberts and the Chickening Around Band.
There you go.
in case you want to know that your chicken has been cage-free, eating organic food, you can do that now.
So you can track it.
University of Texas at Austin, they have decided they're going to start putting GPS trackers
Huh.
on chickens. So that way you can know exactly what's going on with your chicken.
That's too much. I don't want to know.
I
A
mean,
Chinese insurance company has already outfitted more than 100,000 chickens with trackers.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there's-
Track your chicken.
There's a lot of chickens out there being tracked. You know, if
so
you
like
just want to know what's going on with your
every
chicken.
time you go to McDonald's and you get a 4-piece nugget and it's like punch in this number, see where they went.
Yep.
See what
I'm
they
going to
did.
need
the
that
chicken
one
tracker.
from King George, if you don't
Chicken
mind.
tracker.
I see that you tried to give me the one from Alexandria. Not interested.
I don't want that one.
Yeah.
And the Chinese company that has outfitted these 100,000 chickens says the technology will be on about 2,500 farms in China by next year. Yeah. They're also working on facial recognition technology so that consumers can one day make sure the organic chicken they saw on the farm is the same one that ends up on their plate. Yep.
This is a real thing,
This is a real thing.
ladies and gentlemen. This
You've-
is where our tax dollars
I mean,
go.
this really
Nice.
takes from farm to table to the
Literally.
next level.
So that one time you get a nugget and bite into, it's like is that
Most
is that
people-
a chip?
Most people are using this to kind of be able to track like E. coli outbreaks. So you know where the animal came from. You can really see where it started and where it spread. But also
See, I
you
can
just-
see where it makes sense on that part, but I don't really. I don't really feel a need to look into where my chicken.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
don't. I don't really care.
Some weird people might look into where your chickens have been
mean,
too,
I'm
because
just like-
technology on farms, I don't know what hackers would want to do with that information, but that's just opening up a whole other door for people
Yeah, I'm
to
lost.
say, let me jump in and
Well, I
tell
guess-
you your chicken's flying around the world
Well, I guess
or
it's kind of
something.
like
I don't know.
It's like when you order
Like-
from Domino's, they give you that real time tracking. So
I'm
it's like,
so
well, that's
hungry
nice.
right
John is
now.
putting your pizza in the oven right now.
and I'm over there going,
Yeah, John, you cooked that pizza, buddy. So now I'm just like, I'm trying to
Dang,
relate
I'm
that
so
back.
hungry.
I'm trying to relate that back to the chicken thing. It's
Ooh.
like some farmer in Idaho just killed a chicken for you.
Is Domino's still open?
Yeah,
Timmy just killed the chicken.
Timmy just killed the chicken. Stand by. We'll give you an update. FedEx is on its way to pick it up.
That's great.
Like, come on,
Chicken
man.
Little just got turned into chicken nuggets.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we shifted it. We should have shifted the order around because now you got to go twice, but it's fine.
Oh, dang, it's my turn still.
Yeah, 2 times in a row. 2 times in a row.
Oh, but now I'm doing the real stuff.
Right.
Not this.
Oh,
Not this.
no more chicken tracking.
Chicken trekking. There's chickening around out there.
Chickening around,
Chickening
chicken
around.
around.
Clucking it up. They're just
Clucking it up.
clucking it up.
Just clucking it up.
Nailed it.
Yeah, that's just
So
crazy.
this is when I start my stand-up comedy
There you go.
career. Thank
Yeah.
you guys. I'm out here
Started.
clucking it up.
Started on
So
the
did you guys
podcast.
know? Did you have a hard time getting your driver's license?
Of course.
I
It's
failed
what-
my learner's test 4 times.
Especially
You did.
Are we talking hard time as in document wise or just passing test?
Both.
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 I failed a written test at least once.
Okay. Well, there might be a reason for that. Virginia
Okay.
is ranked as the 6th most difficult state to get your driver's
I
license
believe it.
in.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my CDL now. I thought getting my license was hard.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
So
getting
there's
CDL.
a personal injury law firm that actually analyzed the driver's handbooks in all 50 states and DC. The Commonwealth's knowledge test ranked as the most difficult, requiring wannabe drivers to score at least an 86.
A wannabe driver.
Wannabe drivers. Maryland is close at 85. Guys, if our driver's licenses are so hard to get,
Then why can't people drive?
why do we have the
Right.
worst traffic in
Right.
the United
And the
States?
worst
It can't be
drivers.
just our roads. It cannot
Yeah,
be just
and
our
the worst
roads.
drivers. So
Yeah.
ours is the hardest to get, but yet our drivers are the worst.
So,
That makes no sense.
on a
I
positive
think they
note,
want common knowledge to be up here and actual driving. Their standards are down here.
sure,
Yeah.
sure, I agree. I have some stories about that, but here's some good news. Virginia only charges $4 to take the test.
Okay.
Washington State charges $85.
Good
Yeah, I
Lord.
don't know that I'd
I
get.
feel
I don't know
like-
that I'd pay for that.
I feel like that
Massachusetts
would.
is 50.
I feel like that would discourage your wannabe drivers from going to get their license.
Here's another interesting thing that I'm sure probably a lot of people know, but just to bring it back up, if you're over 18 and you never drove before being 18, you don't have to get a learner's permit. You can just
Really?
Yeah.
jump right in and go get your driver's
Yeah.
license. Go test for your driver's
Well,
license.
Yeah, I almost
Yeah.
waited for that when I was trying to get my
Oh,
license.
really?
Yeah, they don't. I don't think they play that anymore, though, do they? Is that
No, they still do.
They
They
still-
should.
Yeah.
Well, here's a fun fact. My daughter just got her license, and
Mhm.
she did it through the behind the wheel course because you're required to take that.
Right.
And she never had to go to DMV.
Really?
You
I
do it
heard
all
about
through
that.
You do it all through the course.
Well, that's the same way it happened when I was in school. I
Oh,
went
really?
through behind the wheel, and they give you this blue piece of
Yup.
paper.
Gosh,
wh-
it's so
you're done.
weird.
Yup,
Yeah, it's like
yup.
I think it's 9 months
So
to the
many
day.
people have different stories about how they got their driver's license. Like I know some people had to go to like court. They had to
Yeah,
go.
that's
to
how
a
they do
court
it
Well,
behind the wheel. They make you go to
still have
court.
to go because
I
like
didn't have to do that.
like
I never
with
had a
me,
court
I had to
date.
do. It was like 9 months to the day I got my learners after I took behind the wheel.
Wow.
Yeah.
They gave me like this blue slip of paper, and then 3 months later I had to go to court just to go get my hard copy.
Wow.
Yeah.
My hard copy was mailed to me.
Yeah.
I
See,
didn't
I had
have to go to
for mine.
court. I did have to go to the DMV and do the whole test there, and then when I passed that, they took my picture and
No, see,
had
like
to wait
with
for it
behind the
to
wheel,
be
that
sent.
is the test.
Yeah.
Like my behind the wheel, we'd go to Chick-fil-A every morning.
oh wow,
So
no.
there's your
And then
driving
we'd come
test.
back. No, and then the
I
driving
had to go
test.
to the DMV with a paper from them
And still
and
take
then
the test.
do the test at the DMV.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
and
you
do
I
the
got my
paper.
You got
license
ripped
in-
off.
I got my license in 2008.
Jesus.
2009.
Really?
Youngin over here.
Yeah, I'm only 25.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I got mine in like 2004, 2005.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Can I get off subject here for 2 seconds since we're on Fredericksburg.com?
For sure.
They're having a little best of thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
We're
I'm
all
on there. If
We're
anybody
all
wants
on
to,
I think we're all on there for different things.
Yeah, we got
Absolutely.
FXBPG radio is on there. We got
Voting opens March 4th, so we still have to wait to see.
No, you can still
No, you
nominate.
vote
cannot.
now.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
cannot
you
nominate.
You can nominate.
You cannot nominate
Yes, you
anymore.
can.
I'm a
Watch.
marketing professional.
I just did it.
Darling,
this
they
morning.
shut it down.
Okay.
When today?
It ended on the 24th. Go see if you can find it.
I'm going to.
I wanted to comment on so many people's sponsored ads on Facebook today.
Oh,
like,
no,
you do
that's
know they
crazy.
shut it off on the 24th.
So what's that mean? Everybody that got nominated, it's, the categories are
As
set.
I understood
the
it,
categories are
Yeah, you
set,
can
and now the
still-
top 5. Is it letting you nominate still?
Yeah.
yeah, and the reason it's still letting you nominate is because the people with the least amount of nominations are going to be dropped off for the voting.
Oh.
Only
They had like a 2-week period where you weren't.
Oh, hold on.
I'm
Yeah, because it's not going to let you do it. It's closed. It closed on the 24th.
No, I just clicked the thing this morning to nominate myself
I'm going to find it right now.
because
I'm gonna go.
I
Y'all are all wrong.
nominate myself for
Yellow.
everything.
Y'all are all wrong.
So if anybody else wants to go nominate
Incorrect.
JD
So
Roberts,
here's the thing: on the small chance that we are right, are you really wanting to tell people not to go and nominate us again?
Exactly.
In the small
Let's
chance that
just-
we're
I don't
right.
want
Yeah.
other people to go nominate themselves again.
Let's just
I mean, yes, go
assume-
nominate us.
I mean, I'm not really pressed.
I mean,
For
what?
me-
Who said that?
Yeah, for me,
I never get salty. Never.
there was look.
I'm
there,
a nice lady.
There was no. Here's the thing. There was no entertainment company category, so I didn't even really fit in nowhere. So I just nominated myself. I think under marketing or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I got
kinda-
nominated and I was pretty excited when I saw it. I was like,
I
important to
nominated
one
you. I
person.
nominated FXBG Radio.
where am I at? What am I under?
It's time. Okay.
Entertainment and leisure.
I nominated a
I
bunch of
promise
things.
you, see, you can't
Every link
nominate
that was
anymore.
posted.
You can't
They
nominate.
just shut
you
it
can
down
just
then.
share.
They just shut it
Well,
down.
today is the 25th.
24th was the cutoff, right?
24th was the cutoff.
If I didn't make like the top 10, I might cry.
I will cry.
I'm not pressed.
But I don't think all of the nominees are going to be up for vote.
The top 5
Right.
in each category.
Right. So you could nominate the
Oh,
same company
man.
over and over and over
Yes,
again.
you
but it
could
had to
have
so many-
nominated.
yeah.
You could have nominated them
I'm
one
still on
time
there.
per hour
Still on the road.
Every hour, right?
Still
I'm,
per
I'm
email
still
address.
here. What is this?
I mean, what?
What's this button do?
All right, let's move on. I hope you guys get your online digital trophies because I'm not. They
You don't
really,
know that, Mark.
They didn't really have a section.
You don't know
for
that.
that for me, so I nominated myself. Whatever. So yeah, Virginia's a tough place to get a license.
Yes, it is, but it's inexpensive, and we are still really bad at driving. So,
Amen.
oh well. Okay, so my second one is, and we've kind of talked about stuff like this before, but basically, let your kids go outside and play. I had a really cool childhood. I played outside all the time. I'm pretty sure I could probably complain to my mom because I was like,
I don't want to
we
go
never go
outside.
anywhere. But I'll tell
Right.
you what, we had like so much land. We had woods. We had a creek. I had a fort.
In
Whoa.
about a month, my front yard's going to look like this picture.
Oh, really? That's
I
a
have
pretty
that
tree.
tree in my front yard.
Nice.
Dude, when I was a kid, my dad would he would tell me and my sister every time we'd go over
Go
there.
outside.
Yeah, he'd be like, go outside, I'll let you know when you come back in for
Go
lunch.
outside. Oh, I wish I could say that. Like, I feel like we're in a place
We're in a totally
where
different era.
you can't, like, if kids are seen outside playing, if you see kids outside playing,
Oh, yeah.
ignore them.
Something's wrong.
Let them
you
play.
should probably check
Yeah.
on them.
Let them
Like,
play. They need it. If you don't want to have to complain about those little shitheads that the other generation raised, then ignore them when they're playing outside.
well, it's
Please.
like my dad, when I was like 8 years old, I had a dirt bike, a 4-wheeler, and a 3-wheeler.
Ooh,
Yeah.
all kinds of wheelers.
Now, if an 8-year-old had that today, they'd be like,
What
your
am I
parents
supposed
trying to
to do
teach you
with that?
suicide?
Well, dude, I had a mix. I mean, I had a mixture because I mean, I was the video game kid. I had all the systems. First
Sure.
of all, my brother was like horrible, so he got in a lot of trouble growing up. So they figured, well, let me get you all the video game systems, and maybe you'll just not do anything stupid.
Okay.
And it worked for a little while. It was,
Sure.
but then it got to the point where I was like bugging my dad to be like, I need to rent a new game. Every weekend I wanted to rent a game from the video store.
Oh, wow.
And it become a hassle. So I was like, well, you fucked that up. I guess I'm going to start smoking weed and drinking and doing dumb shit. You could have just
Wow.
rented me the newest Mario and we would have been good. So
Yeah,
I
my
feel
dad's
like
total opposite.
yeah, I feel like, you know, back to raising kids and all this stuff is like there's got to be a good balance.
Yeah.
And
sure.
there's got to be structure and substance behind it. Don't
Yeah.
just do it.
Well, letting kids play by themselves outside without you like helicoptering around them,
Yeah, there's
or
no
having
point. You throw
be
them
afraid
outside
of like
and-
what an
yeah.
adult's gonna hear,
Throw 'em
or
outside.
see. Like
Tell them to
it
go play.
teaches them how to be able to solve problems on their own, which is
Exactly.
an essential skill to have as an adult. And by the way, researchers found that growing up near vegetation, that's not even saying like 2 hours in the park every day. Growing up near vegetation is associated with an up to a 55% lower risk of mental health disorders in adulthood.
I believe it. I mean, it's good, man. Get your kids off the tech shit, man,
Yeah.
and let them play outside. You know,
Let them go outside.
Don't
and
be
get dirty.
afraid of letting them go outside.
yeah,
Yeah.
let them do
First
shit.
of all,
You know what I
and
mean?
anytime someone is like, "What are you doing with your letting your kid outside?" Seriously, shake
Tell
your
'em to
fist
shut
at
up.
them.
Tell them shut up.
I'm giving them a great childhood, so they have a great
Right.
adulthood.
I love it when I ride through a neighborhood and see kids riding around acting like kids. I'm like,
Yes.
oh man,
Yeah.
they got bikes over in this
Yeah.
neighborhood.
And seeing like their little redneck ingenuity ramps,
Mhm.
Yeah,
so they
right.
can jump their bike.
Yeah, and it's even
Exactly.
awesome when you see one try to do some shit and fall. It's okay, get up. Dust
Yeah,
yourself off.
let your kids go outside.
There's
let
just
them hurt
so
themselves.
many benefits. Exactly. Let them hurt themselves. What do they do? Like, okay, my small children, my smallest one, she falls down and like doesn't even get a scrape, but it hurts. So
Right.
it is a scene. Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But what if mom's not there to pick you up and carry you to the kitchen and put a
Right.
wet washcloth on your fake boo-boo? You have to figure out how to deal with it
Yeah,
and
like
how to be a normal person in that situation who
my son
can deal with
is
it.
all boy. Like he can run head first into a door, and he just gets up, and he shakes his head like this, and keeps walking.
Yeah,
Which thank God that's the way
That's
he does
good.
things.
I mean, yeah.
That's good.
No, it's cool. So,
Yeah. So yeah, let them be kids.
definitely. So, let me jump into my WTF news of the week over here.
Is it coming out of Florida?
Of course. Of course.
Always.
Always Florida. So
There's
we got
always
one,
something going on in Florida. There's
we
a
got
party there.
I know everybody's seen this pop up this week.
I
So-
haven't seen. Oh, you're
the
talking.
nail salon.
We're doing the nail salon.
So
okay,
a
got
nail
it.
salon called Hand Jobs
Is that what you just
rubbing
laughed at?
people the wrong way.
Eric, is that what you just laughed
the
at?
pun.
Yeah, so this actually happened.
They-
Somebody named their nail and spa Hand Jobs. Dawn Moon spent the last decade dreaming of opening her own salon, got licensed, and the storefront caused some controversy because of its suggestive name.
Yeah, surprise.
Yeah, surprise. I've had this idea for
Did they not know? Like, did they not know
So
this was
chick,
gonna be?
So this chick had this idea for 10 years. There's a reason
I'm gonna call it
why.
hand jobs.
There's a
guys.
reason why you sat on it for so long.
That's
because
just genius marketing.
It is, but at the same time, come
Yes
on,
and no.
you knew better.
You need to put
You
that.
knew better.
Where are they?
But
Where
They're
do
in
they look?
Ohio.
They're
But
in
it says
Ohio. This would be great for
hand
like
jobs,
Las
nail and
Vegas.
spa. It's not like it's just like hand jobs.
There's actually a nail salon right over by George's Pizza off Route 3. I think that's where it is. I'm pretty sure that's the one called Get Nailed.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
It's the same thing as hand jobs.
So,
It's the same
right.
thing as
So
hand
look,
jobs.
so
It's very similar.
this thing
to,
went
to hand
viral.
jobs.
This thing went viral, and
Would you rather get rubbed the wrong way or nailed the
Local-
wrong way?
stay focused, guys. So local businesses in her area showed support though, because they're like, you know what, whatever.
Good.
Do you boo boo?
It's cute, kind of. Okay, it's not cute.
So, but the town, look, but
It's
here's
a cute
the thing.
thought to be quirky with your business name. There you go.
So here's the thing,
Bold
though.
thought.
The town is still yet to approve the signage because they failed to submit a request for a permit. So until she does, the
done
town
messed
cannot review or
up.
comment on the proposed name. So
Now it just means when she puts in for the permit, they're like, no.
No, we've
Yeah.
already talked about this.
yeah, so they said, what's Plan B if rejected? Of course, although we're not speaking on that at the moment. So there is a Plan B.
The freaking gif. That
So
is
they're playing
great.
off of it to the fullest. Moon says, still fulfilling requests for merchandise. So they're getting shirts and
Ugh,
stuff out there.
That is great.
If anybody who watches this is in Ohio, please get Mark a
There-
shirt that just says hand jobs.
Look, there's some
Yeah,
crazy.
The people who posted
There-
this article are just about it.
Well, yeah. Listen though. So post a link because there is some crazy gifs going on in this.
There's
this
some
article.
crazy GIFs in there.
Yeah, there's some crazy.
There's
it
some
GIFs or
crazy
GIFs?
GIFs in there. It's GIFs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gifts. At the end of it, it says, "Come back soon." Yeah, this is.
There
crazy.
you go. Check out those crazy GIFs.
Oh, I see it now.
Wow. Yes.
I
Listen.
see.
Listen. So it goes. Yes, the skin hair treatment. You pervs. It's just a play on words, not a rub and tug.
Wow.
So just chill out and wait till the place opens and get your nails done. Because it's not even open yet. So basically, they did this to draw attention ahead of time of their opening, which is
So is
brilliant.
that what it's
Smart-
actually called?
marketing.
Brilliant. Yes, that's what
Okay.
they're naming it for now, but they know they're going to not get approved, so they already have a backup plan.
I mean, I feel like not almost every, but there's a lot of professions that definitely have, some excellent opportunities for innuendos,
Yeah.
and they're used often.
Yeah.
Don't-
Look, it goes.
It's
but
funny.
it says, but on the off chance that hand jobs gets approved, it should be a filled day of dick jokes on the inside.
There,
They won't lose any customers that have already mustered up the strength to get their nails done at such a offensive establishment. So expect sexual joke after sexual joke, setting from the time you walk in to the time they leave.
I
And
mean,
the sign actually says, "Come back soon."
as long as they're
And
not
not
like,
COME.
Yeah.
as long as they're not like marketing to children.
I
Yeah.
wonder if it's hard to get a job there.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh gosh, here we go.
the gifts are so priceless. They're priceless.
You did it, guys.
Yeah. So
No other clapping.
moving on.
No, I just look like an ass.
Let's jump over to Florida.
Thank you.
Let's jump over to Florida, of course, because all the good stuff goes down in Florida.
And apparently Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio's pretty.
Oh, you've been waiting for that the whole time. That is so great.
Face tatted Florida guy over here.
Look at those tattoos. You got a spider web?
That's what I need.
I don't understand.
You want a
what's
spider
going
web on your face?
Right on my forehead.
Right on the forehead.
he's-
Just if you could just miss my hairline.
He's got that look. Look,
Ever so slightly miss it.
he's got that look on his face like he lost a poker game in the pod at jail. Like,
and that's why he
and that's what happened.
Lost
that's
out
why
on his
he
honey
threw
buns
the
for the week.
cookies at his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Is
He's
that
got
what
a
happened?
look that says, "I deserve to be in this mugshot."
Yeah, pretty much. So, Florida man arrested for throwing a cookie at at his girlfriend. Bless you.
Well, bless
Thank
you.
you.
So,
Thank you.
for once, though, what really got my attention on this, for once, I'm like, why is this dude getting arrested for throwing a cookie at his girlfriend? Is it that serious? Are we calling the cops on each other for throwing food at each other? Like, if
But
that
wait,
was the case,
There's more.
but there's more.
Eric, are you okay back there?
If that's the case, food fights at school, everybody be going to jail. You know what I mean?
Let it out.
I'm just trying so hard to wrap my head
I
around this
can't.
situation. He threw a cookie
Hit her in the forehead.
and she pressed charges.
Didn't I do a
and-
Florida
She
man?
she said, "That's it."
So we got
Feels like the same story.
facing a
Couldn't
domestic
even make a
battery.
chocolate chip.
Look, so facing a domestic battery
Rude.
charge after his girlfriend accused him of throwing a cookie piece at her over the weekend.
Oh my god.
Deputies were called to the couple's home around noon on a Sunday. When they got
Wow.
to the scene, the victims told deputy that he threw a hard piece of cookie and hit her in the forehead. In the arrest report, deputies noted that the victim had a red mark on the top of her forehead in her hairline.
Have
He
you
was
ever?
just trying to show her where he wanted to get the tattoo.
Look, and then, yeah, exactly. And then it closes out with deputies say that he admitted to throwing the cookie at the woman without her consent. So there's where everything went wrong. You have
He
to
didn't.
get
He didn't have her consent.
You've got to get consent to throw food at your spouse.
Have you ever been handed a cookie and you think it's a chocolate chip cookie,
And
but
it's
someone
oatmeal
gives you an
raisin?
oatmeal
And
cookie?
this
throw
is
it.
why I have
Yeah.
trust issues.
I have responded to that situation
Instant
with, "I'm
throw.
calling the cops."
I'm
Yeah,
calling.
from now on, like
Everybody
don't,
get down.
don't throw cookies, man. Don't throw cookies. So yeah,
Wow.
that's just it's just crazy.
I feel like I did one recently. I know I saw a Florida man where it was like almost the same situation. He threw like a sandwich at the girl and was arrested for assault.
All right, so
How are we gonna do this without cheesecake, Mark?
yeah, I know, right?
I'm really
so
sorry.
we got some
please don't talk
time.
about food. Oh, I'm so hungry.
We're going into. Let's talk about.
You got Eric in a panic.
Ay, ay,
The
ay.
Big Book of Conspiracies.
Yeah, he
Whoa,
was waiting
okay.
for that. So we got Eric's conspiracy book over here. I got one too that I kept forgetting to bring. So we're
like
gonna
it.
we're gonna play off of his this
I
week.
like it.
Let me find something.
What you got?
That's
Are we gonna make
not-
this like a weekly segment?
Yeah, why not? Let's find something that isn't so hard to really go into because I don't feel like. All right, Big Brother's a short article. So let's talk about Big Brother for a second. We've all heard of Big Brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's
think
heard of Big
so.
Brother.
Probably not, but you should go and read the article.
Yeah, tell us, give us a quick overview. What is Big,
Big Brother is really watching this. So Big Brother.
Oh, okay.
Back in '84 describes a
Yeah.
gloomy scenario where government called the party as complete control over its people at all times. So basically, and it says we got technology to dominate and track all citizens, brainwashing technology or techniques, including television, movies, computer-like devices, tracking and spy systems that follow our every move. I mean, on that note, we already know that's true. Let's be real.
It's getting
Alexa,
truer.
Let's face it. Everything we have right in this room right now is tracking our every move, from our Facebook to our phones to our computers. We have so many tracking
Have you read
devices in this room.
1984, by the way?
I haven't. I
No?
should.
Have you seen
You
the thing where
should.
like they took a picture of Mark Zuckerberg and he had like tape over top of his camera and over top of his microphone?
Yeah, because he knows.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people do that.
Your TVs, all these little smart TVs, they're really
Yes.
smart.
Yeah.
So
That's a scary one from 1984.
because they're
he
recording.
depicted that.
Yeah, I mean,
in the
anything that's got a
text.
webcam on it, anything that you can take a picture with is potentially a spying device.
Yep.
Now, if you watch, what's that movie with Matt Damon in it?
That movie with that one movie
Hold
Matt
on,
Damon
no,
was
I know
in.
what you're talking about.
You know what I'm
I
talking
don't know what
about?
you're
The
talking
spy
about.
movie. where
Yeah,
They made a couple of them.
Goodwill Hunting.
Yes. And there's a bunch of these. I mean, go back to, here's my favorite one was Will Smith, Enemy of the State.
Yeah.
There's cameras everywhere. You think that traffic light camera is just to
Have you
watch
seen
traffic?
have you seen the cameras in China?
No.
Like they're literally monitored all the time, and they actually have like a social social reward system that
Yeah,
they're
did we
putting
talk
in
about
place.
that on here? Or did I hear about it somewhere else?
You probably heard about it somewhere else.
So it's
I would-
neighborhood
yeah.
watch
Yeah,
to a whole
no,
nother
they're literally
degree.
giving people ratings. Like if
Yeah.
a camera sees you litter,
Yep.
your good person points go
If you
down.
buy alcohol
Wow.
in the store, your bad points go up. If you buy
Wow.
diapers in the store,
So
your
it's
good
like
points go up.
It seems like a Sims
It's
game, so I can
wild.
just point at you and give you a review pretty
it's
much.
true. I'll share
Yeah,
it with
that's
you guys.
wild.
That's just crazy.
There's an episode of The Orville.
I know it's just like it. Almost exactly
Well, let's
like it.
look at the Will Smith movie, for example. It's my favorite example of how all this is.
Which movie?
The Will Smith Enemy of the State.
Oh, yeah. Great movie.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
haven't seen it.
they're chasing him. You got to watch it. They're chasing him through the streets.
It's a social
through the
social credit
cameras.
score.
I mean, even watch The Matrix. They do it in The Matrix too. All these movies. Go back to Fast and Furious.
It's wild.
Fast and
Oh, when they have
Furious.
like God's eye.
Yeah, you go back to
Yeah.
Fast Furious, and he calls the operator on Sprint and goes, "Hey, it's Deputy da 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 da. I need a 411 on phone number da 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 da." And he's like, "Yeah, he's right around the corner. You're almost up to him. Just punch it." You know what I mean? So, don't get confused. And then you got all this stuff going on in the world that
Bless me.
things get solved, and it's like, how did they figure that out? How did they find that criminal?
Ugh, that's
How
the
did
picture.
you know what I mean? There's so much stuff going on here. There's so much technology. It's great, but at the same time, it's horrible. Nothing's private anymore.
Yeah, okay, so here's another thing. I'm looking at this image right here on Wikipedia about Big Brother. Do you guys remember like the very first like Apple commercial? I was reading about this, and he did it intentionally. Like he came out with whatever it was, the iPod or whatever the hell was the first thing, and the whole background event was just like George Orwell's 1984.
Really?
Yes.
Well, here's the funny thing about Apple, though, that I actually like about Apple is that they don't just give the government access to your data. They have to have a warrant. Like Apple's really big on no, we're not just going to fork over our customers'
Oh,
info.
there it is. There's the 1984. You saw that picture on Wikipedia I just showed you.
So
exactly the same thing. Strange much?
I do like that Apple protects their info
They
to
don't
some
give it
point.
to the government.
Well, I mean, the government's got access to all the data.
Mm-hmm.
They all work together. But Apple's like one of those people where like, you know, you do gotta like have a warrant to get my info from Apple.
Right.
Whereas other people,
they're trying to make it look like they got your back.
But at the end of the day, they all work together. Well, I mean, why do you think Zuckerberg just had to go in front of Congress? That he probably wasn't doing enough. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, and then some of the rules changed. The government made him get rid of some targeting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we know as marketers, like we lost a lot of targeting options.
We did.
Because I could target you by your income before. Now it just says top 10% of income.
Exactly.
Before,
so a lot of those things have changed.
You know, and I agree with it, whatever. But it doesn't change the fact that everything we talk about pops up in our feed.
Right.
And as a marketer, I got to work really hard to target my people.
Yeah.
But I get all these things. Like right now, I'm working with real estate agents. Now I'm getting real estate ads from Idaho. And I'm like,
wow.
I don't live in Idaho. I'm not buying a house in Idaho.
Right.
So,
weird.
You know, the media and this Big Brother thing, and, you know, it's been on everybody's mind forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
We're definitely being watched. We know that. There's nothing private. The only way you could really go completely private is step outside your house and don't bring any electronic device with you, and go off in the woods somewhere, and then hope that
Homer
there's not
Simpson fade into the
and
bush.
hope there's not a helicopter above just happen to be crossing by.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's like back in the day growing up in West Virginia.
Then you have to go get in a cave.
Yeah. Well, it's like growing up in West Virginia back in the day. All the people growing marijuana back then would always get busted.
That's great.
And then you watch the documentaries on how they track these plants. They actually
heat
hover
signatures.
the heat.
Yep.
So then that's where they figured out, all right, we got to have these patches of plants, and they can't be no more than a certain amount because it's going to give off that heat.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's so much freaking technology, dude. It's disgusting. And then, you know, our data's always sold and passed around. And, you know, it's like right now is the most horrible time of year. We got all these bots calling us. And it's horrible.
And the scams.
The
Oh, gosh.
you know.
You know what my favorite scam has been? And I've gotten this phone call like 4 times just last week. This Mr. Roberts? And they can barely speak English. I'm like,
right.
I was like, what?
What?
I'm from Allstate Insurance, and we know you can get lower insurance.
sure.
You have Allstate, right? I go, no.
Really?
I got State Farm.
Yeah.
We have low rates for State Farm, too. And then I'll just keep on them run around. Oh, yeah, I forgot I changed 6 months ago.
Nice.
And then here's something else. You know, they've been talking about microchipping for a while, right? And it's finally about to start to come to life.
For people?
For kids.
For kids?
For babies.
What? Why?
Yeah, they're about to microchip. Well, the government's claiming that microchipping is a good way to, you know, there's all these benefits.
No, there's not.
And there's really
you track
not.
your kid in case they get
Right.
kidnapped.
They're
So
giving
many
it to
people
you
are
like
going to fall right into
because
that one.
people microchip their dogs.
They do.
You know what I mean?
That's what it's beneficial for. Your
And
dog runs away and you know where a little sucker is.
So they're trying to push that on our kids.
Wow.
And for all we know, truthfully, let's be real about it. All these little shots and all these things over the years that our kids are forced to do, we don't know that
Are you talking about vaccines?
Vaccines.
Oh,
Are you talking about
God.
vaccines, Mark?
I'm just saying there's no way to
Mark,
know
don't
that
make
we're...
me not
Please,
like
let's not.
No, I'm not saying the vaccine. Here, hear me out. Hear me out. Here's my theory on it.
They just slip one in.
We don't know. How are we going to know?
Why? What purpose would that serve?
What do you...
To implant a tracking device and like nanotechnology in vaccines are so cheap, they're so inexpensive. That kind of technology is expensive. That's not going to be like that would not make sense.
guess.
That would have to be some really covert operation,
I mean,
like
I
a highly
guess.
targeted child.
Right.
Like,
No, you're right. You're right.
There's no reason. I mean, maybe now that things have
Well, they're talking about rolling the
been,
microchipping out, and
you
they're
know.
not going to charge the parents because that defeats the purpose.
I don't know.
So
maybe going forward, maybe the technology is less expensive now, but I couldn't imagine like vaccines were ever intended
right.
to
Well,
track people.
I seen a heated debate the other day about the whole microchipping thing, and the girl that posted it was all about it. She was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm behind it," and then somebody jumped in with the Christian talk automatically. Oh, it's the mark of the beast. And I mean, I grew up a Christian. I believe in God. You know what I mean? And I always read the way that it's laid out. It was predicted ahead of time. You know what I mean? And
so how far are we away from the end?
I don't know that because there's a lot of things going on that are mentioned in the Bible that some would say we could wake up tomorrow and it'd be over, and who knows? Who's to say? Who's to say that any of it's real? You know what I mean? We don't.
We could already be living in the Matrix.
We could be. Nobody really knows. You kind of get your belief and you roll with it. You
just go with it.
You just roll with whatever you believe. You know what I mean?
Fair.
I don't push religion on nobody. I play the whole, hey, do you believe in God? Oh, you don't? Well, let's talk about the universe then. You know what I mean? Because it's one of the two. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the Big Brother.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, there's no denying that microchipping a child gives parents a sense of security. For some, having a child microchipped will seem Big Brother-ish.
It is.
That was the first sentences in this article.
If parents really want to GPS their kids,
there's so many ways.
Get one of them little tile things.
How about you put an app on their phone?
Yeah, exactly. We don't
because they have that thing.
Well, before we close out, let's see what does the government say in the benefits of microchipping.
Oh, I'm reading it right now. What you need to know about?
Because there's always going to be some jackhole that falls for it.
Well, yeah, there's definitely going to be people that fall for it. Let's see what the government says that there is. What's the benefits? What's the selling point?
Microchip, most likely used in a child, would include a GPS device. Radio frequency identification implants, so that's RFID, are only used as the tip of the iceberg. So that's actually what's in the animals is RFID.
Yeah.
Electronic experts told NBC microchipping is safe for children, but advised adverse microchip reports recorded by the British Small Animal Veterinary Association suggest otherwise. So it sounds like we don't actually have enough studies.
So here's one that I got. Realistic short-term benefits, of course, identification, so you don't got to worry about losing your ID anymore. I mean, let's look at it on a pro and let's look at.
Who is it?
So it sounds like we don't actually have enough.
Who is that?
It was me.
All right.
Oh.
So
apparently my phone just decided to do it.
Vowel.
Your phone decided to just play. Ain't that funny? All right. So the pros.
Big Brother much?
Yeah. Let's look at it like this.
They're listening.
Let's look at the realistic short-term benefits.
Trying to let us know that they're here.
All right, guys.
I'm listening.
Listen. So here's the benefits.
Oops.
Identification. You don't got to keep up with your ID no more. They can scan you. You can drop your wallet. You don't have to have a wallet no more.
It's so dangerous.
Memberships. So you can do the ATM. You can do the credit cards. You can do key cards.
All with your RFID.
Libraries, gyms. I mean, imagine walking to the Planet Fitness and just scanning your arm and just walking right on in. Now, imagine...
Bad news bears.
Imagine going to Walmart and go shopping and scanning your arm.
Bad news bears. Imagine walking past the person who has the thing that reads the signal your chip's giving off and has
have
all of your information.
All right, here's another one.
Have you seen the thing where they literally walk by you if you have your wallet in your back
that's
pocket?
exactly what I was talking about.
They bump into you, take
they take your shit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
they
like
put that shit in you. They got everything.
I feel like this is not going to be the case if this was to happen. I feel like they're beyond that now. The skimming, card skimming, and all that, and grabbing the data.
The criminals are like always a step ahead.
I don't know. This is going to be rolled up by the government, though, so you got to think.
That don't mean nothing.
I'm not doing it. My kids won't do it.
I'm not participating. That's for sure. But let's just say, so now they're saying no more body mix up. Unfortunately, here's a good one, a good selling point for the government. Unfortunately, about 28,000 babies get mixed up in hospitals every year, and they leave with the wrong parents. On the other end of the spectrum, bodies occasionally get mixed up at funeral homes and make for some awkward situations. A chip implanted at birth Completely
This
negates.
sounds like just
Okay,
the most.
break it down. What is there? 7 billion
so
people
many
in this world.
So
holes
it
in
barely
that
happens.
argument.
But at the same time, imagine your grandma dies and they mix the body up and you didn't
You're
even know
gonna-
it.
You were gonna recognize Granny. Someone is gonna.
You would think.
It's bull. That is
Yeah,
bull.
that
So, of
does-
course, here's the biggest selling point.
There's two types of people in this world. Mark,
Speaking-
there's me.
Right. So, look, I'm not saying I support this. I'm just pitching it to you like the people that do.
Well, I'm telling you, I don't support it.
I don't
Yeah,
support it
I'm on
either.
the same page.
But I'm just giving you what they're saying. We haven't got to the cons yet. Of course, we already know all the cons. So, infant and elder safety. It's saying it's not uncommon for elders to escape from their rest homes. And
You have a button for that.
more than
Life
2,000.
alert.
Here you go. More than 2,000 kids are kidnapped in the U.S. each day.
Teach them how to fight.
Pepper spray.
So between 1.6 and 2.8 million
Track your cell
kids
phone.
run away from home each year.
Get him a taser.
So of course, child abductions, health.
Depending on how old they are, leave their stuff outside.
All right, so here we go. Here we go. Health metadata, of course. Oh, here we go. Theft prevention. So
Of
it
what?
says that there's one notable difference you can lose or get your wallet stolen pretty easy. Parts of your body are a whole lot harder to steal. So it's-
Okay, tell
Mark,
us the
can I ask you?
cartel.
Can I ask you a serious question?
So hold on, it's a lot harder for criminals to secretly scan your card data when it's embedded in your hand.
Right now, because they
Don't have
haven't
the
practiced.
technology.
Of course.
Mark, can I ask you a serious question?
What?
Are you buying into this?
I'm not. I'm just telling you what they say the benefits
Because I
are.
feel like you're trying to sell me on it.
I'm not selling you on it. I'm just telling you what they're going to
Come
tell you.
on.
Me and her, we're on the
guys.
same page.
I'm
It's
not getting
okay.
into it. I'm
You're
just
not
giving you the benefits.
You're not even like angry about it.
I'm
You
not,
gotta-
because I'm not. I'm
you
not.
gotta get angry about it.
I'm not even. I'm not falling for
Have
this
some,
shit.
show some emotion.
There is no emotion
man.
because I don't believe in this shit. So
I'd be angry, but I'm just so impressed.
right, I am impressed.
God.
Hey, I'm impressed of what they're pitching
You
here.
shush.
I just feel like the way he's reading it, he's like, "You're stupid if you don't believe it."
Your
so I'm gonna
kids.
keep going on.
Right.
They're
So look,
safe.
of
I've had my
course,
chip for 4 years now.
and you're happy, right? You're good, right?
Please.
Google is Skynet, and I'm signed up.
Right,
Okay.
right. So look,
And I'm
So
signed
here's
up.
okay. Now we're getting to the obvious
That was
of
good.
why the government wants to do this: criminal management,
Lord have mercy.
law enforcement, and gun control. Now we're getting to the nitty gritty here. Yeah, that's what it's really about.
Your chip is gonna scan the gun,
Yeah.
and the
So
government's gonna get a criminal alert.
yeah. So here's your disadvantages: uncertainty. We don't
Okay.
know the effects. We don't know. We don't know what it's going to cause. What kind of crazy shit's going to happen. Can't commit minor crimes. So now we have no freedom if we're microchipped because now it's just you speed and they know they're on
But you'll
top
know
of
where
you.
your kids are.
Right.
Land of
Right.
the free my ass.
Right.
They're gonna love you. If your
yeah.
kid never hated you before, they definitely
So
won't
it's saying
now.
a simple always on GPS, not that our GPS on our phone's not on already. I'm almost done. It's going to know when you're speeding. You know what I mean? Access control, allowing companies to scan your chip for identification, gives you access to where you are within their establishment. Of course,
I have to tell you something about Google.
the data leaks.
I was driving to the party to DJ this weekend, and Google, I had my GPS on, and it actually told me that I was about to pass a speed trap.
Wow.
Really?
In my GPS, there's a warning, there's a speed trap ahead.
Yeah, well, you know that they
Google
do.
kind of has my back a little bit.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Waze does that, so I
Yeah.
guess
But
Google's
Waze
trying-
is
They're
also-
talking to each other, probably.
Google
Oh,
owns Waze
there it
now?
is.
Okay, so
There it
Google bought
is.
out Waze.
Thank you.
That makes
Well,
Big
sense.
Google
brother.
still ain't told me that yet.
I don't use Google Maps. I either use Apple or
Why?
Waze.
Oh, because he is. Oh, you use
I
Apple.
got Apple.
Apple is terrible.
Yeah, I always use
Google
Google.
Maps is where it's at, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So
Anyways,
yeah, so they're talking about that. There's a lot of downs to this that I'm not going to go through because it's obvious. There's a lot of problems that could happen, ranging from affordability and availability, malfunctions, medical treatment issues, body, Big Brother, of course, chip freedom.
we're the government. We'd never do that.
Yeah, chip freedom, secret chips,
Oh yeah, those.
and then of course the biblical claims that it's the mark of the beast, indicating that it's the beginning of the end.
Isn't the mark of the beast in the forehead?
There's
Is that not right?
different
Oh,
ways.
no, there's different
They're
ways.
saying this is a form. And then other consideration is there's currently no government agency that oversees or controls these enhancements, with the closest body being the FDA due to its broad jurisdiction over medical devices. So it's like, who's going to regulate this crap? So now they roll this out.
Private companies.
Yeah, they roll this out, and the government hires some private company, which brings me to one good point I'll leave on this one, and maybe we'll touch on it next week. It's been said that the CIA and the FBI and all those are like private companies. Like, it's not really one of those. It might be the CIA or one of those companies are not
You
actually.
sure it's not the Men in Black?
Well, yeah, obviously. But they're saying like the CIA and stuff are like self-contained and they don't answer to the government.
I feel like I believe that the CIA.
Yeah, because they're the
most
ones that are out
likely
there
is.
and doing all that rogue work.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're like
exactly.
subcontractors of the government.
Right.
So I think that's what everybody look into that. Let's look into this CIA thing for next week. But yeah, I like it. So
It's pronounced Sia, and she does this song Chandelier.
And also, no one knows what her face looks like.
right.
Weird.
It's that weird boy haircut. She's got the Asian boy haircut, but it's dyed blonde.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
That.
Is that a bad description?
Maybe.
That's kind of close,
Spot
right?
on.
So on closing for a conspiracy topic for the night, Big Brother's always watching, so don't think you're getting away with anything.
You're right.
Then why is there so
Civilian-
many people still on the loose?
It's a civilian foreign intelligence service of the federal government.
Told you. So everybody, don't be confused. The CIA is not actually the government.
Interesting.
They are
the way that they wrote
subcontractors.
this. So this is from Wikipedia. Alex didn't say any of this. Wikipedia did.
Right?
It was not me. This is not my opinion. I'm not calling anyone out on anything.
Nah.
So they are a .gov website.
They are. They're
Who controls the CIA?
Yeah, who does control the CIA?
So
We'll find out next time.
Yeah, we'll check into that.
Because I like my life.
Yeah, well, I don't want to go. Hey, I support. I'm not saying I don't support or I do support any of this.
Oh God, I have an account on here. I need to get out of this before they find me.
I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is Big Brother's out there. It's real. They're watching. Technology is crazy, and if you got something to hide, you should probably disconnect.
ladies and gentlemen, this will be our last week being an entrepreneur podcast. We are going strictly into conspiracy theories.
Yeah, right.
It's now
Work
called
hard.
What 360 Thinks.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Ooh,
So
nice.
anyway, shout out to the sponsors, Victoria V, our new sponsor. Go check her out.
Auto?
Yep, 5 for Auto. They got a cool
Okay.
special going on. We're still looking for more sponsors. We want to grow this thing and make it better. And, join us next Monday from 10-ish to 11-ish. And, keep rocking.
Have a good week.
Everybody have a good week.
Yeah.